DeMarcus Beasley, the hero of the first match, coming in to clean things up here, mop things up perhaps, a better way of putting it, as he replaces Carlos Bocanegra. So the end for Charlie Blackmouth. Glad you could join us. I am Max Bredos here with the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup. The United States pouncing on the El Salvadorian national team, leading it 3-0. More substitutions apparently on their way. We'll update you with all of them momentarily. But it was, in fact, let's see, Bocanegra out, DeMarcus Beasley in, which means Lewis may drop back as the left back for the United States. Or maybe they'll just play with 3 back. And we're underway for the second half. Another teenager out there for the United States, one with a bright future. El Salvador have made 2 substitutions. Jaime Vladimir Cubillas, the left back, is out, as is Santos Cabrera, both players carrying yellow cards, so that's one concern off the shoulders of Jorge Humberto Recinos. Here's Beasley. Look at that cross! And McBride half a foot away from his 4th goal and the Americans' 4th. And Beasley, an immediate impression. Santos Rivera, the keeper, in no man's land. And McBride is just flourishing right now as a lethal predator up front. One touched away. Haydick. Well, quickly update you, I guess, on the El Salvador substitutions. Cubillas comes out. Deris Umansor, number 13, comes in. Cabrera comes out. And in for him comes Rudy Corrales, a forward, number 14. Here is Benitez. There's Corrales, the man who just came in. Both Umansor and Corrales, young players coming up the ranks, getting some valuable playing time here. Umansor, the defender from Municipal Limeño, is 22, just turned 22, as is Corrales, the forward, also 22. McBride. Umansor. Benitez. Brought down by Martinez. The tackle put in there by Armas. Donovan. Lifted by Jones. Back to get it is Umansor. Here is that tackle. Armas just touched it away as Corrales was about to swing on it. Benitez. Razov. He is fouled by number 5 of El Salvador, Victor Velasquez. The center back. Looked like he got a lot of ball there. Jones. Cuts it in. Wide open at the far post was Razov. And the little interchange between Razov and McBride confusing the El Salvadorian defenders. McBride trying to come on the end of it, then cleared upfield by Garcia to Umansor. Tug on the jersey of Kobe Jones and play on from the U.S. There was a foul. The cross comes in. Ends up with Rivera. For these players who came out on the pitch hoping that this rain would have let up a little bit, it's been the exact opposite. It's picking up. There was that last shot that you may have missed. Razov. Good tackle put in there by Garcia. Umansor, the left footer. No one chasing. Well, for nations going to the World Cup, picking up more games in this competition is huge. And that's what the U.S. look like they're about to do. What Mexico were not able to do, and that's crushing for those young guys on the Mexican national team. They were hoping to catch the eye of Javier Aguirre. They played 3 games when they looked to play 5. Donovan, the cross, wide open, Razov, save, McBride, flag is up. He's had 2 or 3 chances to get his 4th. Perhaps some of that luck is worn out. Let's see the validity of this. Well, it does appear to be offside. Yes, even though Garcia ill-advisedly retreating. Good save by Rivera. Saves some face. Denying Razov, who was on an onside position. And we'll have a stoppage as they're treating that left shoulder. Hopefully he'll be okay and rearing to go. His backup is Juan Jose Gomez. Santos Rivera. Another player from Municipal Limeño. There's a litter of players from that club on this roster. There's Rivera, Galdames on the bench, Umansor and Corrales, who just came in, and El Martinez, who's playing in the midfield. Josh Wolf. There was Richie Williams and also there with him. And cleared away in the back. Throw in for El Salvador, who have a rare sequence of attacks here. McBride. Jones. That was leather on leather on leather. Comes back to Garcia. In the back, Agus, Beasley. They spread out Razov. Red jerseys getting on into the 18. And they whistle. And that may have been another offside. The United States do not feel secure just yet. The way they're playing, they're looking for more. I told you how Mexico have to be frustrated. They didn't get much or many matches under their belt here in this Gold Cup, nor did Ecuador, who were eliminated after 2 matches, unable to advance out of the Group D that featured Canada and Haiti. His motor just never stops. He's the United States version of Roy Keane. Navarro, now it comes back to Velasquez. Garcia. Cut out there by Garcia again. El Salvador have it in the midfield circle, a whistle. This is against El Zarco. Of course, the greatest El Salvadorian player of all time, El Mágico González, who played on that '82 World Cup team. Waiting for that next Mágico González to come sooner than later on the soccer scene, as we saw Danny Caleb there brushing his hair back on the U.S. bench. Armas. Now Benitez. Rodriguez. Through the circle it goes. Well done by Rodriguez, showing his strength in the challenge, but back comes Jones to play it to Keller. McBride. Armas. Great ball up for Donovan, who has eons of space. Beasley. Razov, the cross. And then Benitez. Razov a second time. You can see the water starting to really accumulate here in the turf. Foul on Razov. Free kick for El Salvador. You see Razov on the pitch. Always so fiery. It seems ill-tempered. You talk to this guy before the game or just on one-on-one situations, the nicest guy you could imagine. Very mild-mannered. It shows you the metamorphosis that occurs in many players when they're out there. And he certainly feeds off that. Saw him in past matches with the Chicago Fire, where he'll get right in your grill. Beasley closing fast, but there is Rivera. McBride. Razov. Beasley. That one swung in, and in between the two strikers was Rivera, and he took it firmly. This far into the first half, El Salvador were already down 2 goals. They've done better here. Free kick, foul on Mastroeni from behind. Cerritos looks to take it. Straight on, it strikes Chris Armas. Mansour. Given away, Razov pounces on it. Now Donovan. Beasley cutting up on the left side. Well defended. Across the midfield by Navarro was Donovan. Nowhere to go there. Now lifted by Agus. It will be a offside call, I believe. Or no, just a throw. Against, in favor of El Salvador as we've reached the hour mark. Cerritos. Rather tepid out there in the Rose Bowl right now. Donovan. Stopped by Velasquez. Razov. Lifts it, a great ball. Another good save by Rivera, courageous. And Agus was the man who made contact, but you gotta feel good for Santos Rivera making that save. It's national pride on the line for El Salvador, and that being said, it's been brought to my attention that some major problems with the El Salvadorian Football Federation. Let's face it, El Salvador have fallen off the map in world football, but they've done well here in this competition to get to the quarterfinals, beating out neighbors Guatemala. And they were promised somewhere around the neighborhood of $150 per game for getting this far. And now it seems like they're getting paid around $50, a meager amount for international players. And worth bringing to the attention that this gets resolved, because you can't tell me there's that few or that little money in the federation. An outrageous story, certainly, and hopefully, if we talk about it, these players who have done well for their country to become the final 8. Guatemala didn't get this far. World Cup team Ecuador didn't. They deserve their fair shake as Landon Donovan comes out and making his Gold Cup debut. Ryan Masonouf, who dons the number 10. Masonouf, a teammate of McBride at the Columbus Crew, 28. He's a midfielder who likes to attack. He, like McBride, battling back from some setbacks, has had a fair share of injuries in 2001. Rodriguez. Mansor. Navarro. Rodriguez. To the right side for Corrales. Now Benitez. Around the horn it comes. The shot by Navarro never really threatened. And you'd imagine some impatience played in there. And the day ends for Brian McBride, and what a day it was as he picks up 3 goals. 4 in total, and look who's coming in to replace him. We'll get a close look at Clint Mathis, see how far he's come. Mathis wearing an odd number indeed, as he does at club level, for a forward. Number 5. Suffered a serious knee injury which put him out of action for most of 2001 after his great contributions in those early World Cup qualifiers against Mexico and at Honduras. He comes into a situation here with, I wouldn't say low pressure, but less pressure than normal, as it appears the United States have this well in control. Masonouf. Mathis. Beasley goes down. The United States have now made their full 3 substitutions, and all 3 are going to get plenty of time, and El Salvador are going down to 10 men. Marvin Benitez picks up his 2nd yellow on that tackle. And we certainly circled it, and it was a dreadful tackle indeed, as it came up on Eddie Lewis. Well, Jorge Humberto Recinos tried to take out some of the players booked at halftime. He took out 2 of them, but there were still 3 out there, and one of them has picked up his 2nd. And now El Salvador have to make do with 10. Agus to take it. Clint Mathis probably coming over. What do you think we can... let me have this one. No one's got to know. Three-man wall. Agus the left footer. Mathis the right. Touches it into Beasley. Masonov right in front. Cleared away, and now Rodriguez with it for El Salvador. Cut out. Lewis. Doesn't go far with it. Velasquez now. It's getting very chippy in there. Cerritos. It really looked like Mathis was going to take that. He sold it big time. And then it was all a distraction as that ball goes wide of the near post at the foot of Razov. Back to the free kick, just touched down by Agus. And that breakaway, Santos Rivera has played very well in this second half for El Salvador. And let's be honest, this score could have gone really ugly. 3-0 at the end of 21 minutes. For those that didn't watch it, will not appear unless the United States explode in the rest of this second half. Won't look as bad as it probably was. Mathis, Masonov, lovely build-up again. Kobe Jones just out of his reach. Rivera. Side it comes to Corrales. Now the cross comes in, but it seems like there's 13 or 14 red jerseys compared to 11 white ones. I can assure you it's 11 v 11. Haydick. Mathis looked like a handball, and it was. Cerritos took the free kick. Throw in El Salvador. In the back, Garcia. Mansour. Jones. Kobe Jones will get another chance to close in on that total of 150 caps. One skips through and stopped. Even if the United States get to the final, and even then, I should say, he will be one short at 149. And even if Jones plays in every remaining match, which he probably will, with the stakes even higher, but he'll have plenty of chances afterwards in some friendlies, pre-World Cup friendlies for the United States. And quite an achievement it will be for number 13. Rodriguez. Back comes Martinez. In comparison, the most capped player for El Salvador is Rodriguez, who has 52. Razov. Corner kick here in the 70th minute. foot of Razov. He certainly deserves a goal himself. He's played some tremendous soccer today. Jones's cross, some confusion in the middle. Now off the left foot to the back of the attackers, doesn't get through. The United States have won the Gold Cup once before. Mexico have dominated, winning all the others. Vegas. And a foul, I believe, against the United States. It is Razov. There have been 5 previous editions of the Gold Cup. The United States winning the inaugural one. Mexico winning the next 4. It's usually the United States that play against them in the final. Except for one time Brazil, a special invitee, got in there. I should say Canada won the most recent Gold Cup. Jones. Mastroeni. Masonu. Egas. Beasley looking to run. He gets a chance here. See if he can separate. He can't. Yes, he has. The cross. Razov. 4-0. Ante Razov in minute 72 gets the goal that he certainly deserves. And the development of DeMarcus Beasley continues with a glorious cross. And now the USA most certainly are home. Failed attempt at the tackle. Mathis drew out the defender. And Ante Razov, pretty as a picture. Conditions like this normally spoil the game. But the United States goals, especially the third and the fourth, have been of the highest quality. Bring on Canada. The United States, who are prematurely knocked out of the Gold Cup in 2000 in the quarterfinals, will not share that fate this time. They will advance to the semifinals, and most likely with the tag of favorites to win it. Mastroeni. Beasley. Here's his cross, maybe a shot. He had 2 targets. Rivera ends up with it. You wonder how much of a factor players like Beasley and Donovan and Bocanegra will play as they come up charging again. Haydock. How much of a role they will play in this upcoming World Cup. But if they don't, 2006 could certainly be something special for the U.S. national team. Not to overlook the 2002 edition. This team looks like it will be much improved than the team that participated in France '98. Kobe Jones. And in a trying year here in America, it'll be good to see them garner some success. Jones, they look for their fifth here with a quarter of an hour to go. Rivera punches. Didn't have his feet underneath him. Jones for more. Everyone gets back on side. The cross is true. Foul. I believe again on Razov. No, Masonu. United States in 98 with goal differential taken into consideration and the fact they lost all 3 matches. They're ranked 32 out of 32 teams. They did have a tricky group with Germany and Yugoslavia, 2 teams that advanced to the quarterfinals of the past World Cup, and an Iran side that really circled that on their calendar. No excuses, certainly. Should they have Poland, Portugal, and the Republic of Korea, a nation they beat in this tournament, but a team that will have the home field advantage, and it's going to be raucous indeed. Mastroeni. So it's not going to be any easy matches for the United States. There never is in the Soccer World Cup. They're hoping, certainly as a goal, to achieve what they did in '94 and advance to the second round. Ball a bit short. And we have another corner kick. Last touched by Masonu. Towards the far post. Cleared by Mastroeni. Razov. Beasley with another great touch. He went down hard though. Jones leading the way. Oh, and it hit a little puddle that was a bit too deep. And how it's taken this long for things like that to rear their ugly head is an amazing achievement to the groundskeeping here at the Rose Bowl. You can start to see that water is starting to accumulate big time. But it took a while, and in that while, the United States were able to garner 4. In front, poked away almost into his own net by Garcia. United States, if we can call it this, a fast break attack time and time again with some speed demons out there. Yellow card here against El Salvador. Let's see against whom. Timer catches Rodriguez, but he has a yellow already, so it can't be him unless he's about to start walking off the pitch. Nope. Until now it's Oscar Navarro. The 7th yellow card picked up in total. 1 red as well. Looks like we're going to have another substitution, which means it's going to be for El Salvador. They're the only team that can make one. They can make one more. And that is William Osorio. 30-year-old defender from FAS, the team from Santana. He replaces number 16, Aldone Martinez. So at this stage, Jorge Humberto Recinos brings in the defender for the midfielder to make sure 4-0 is as bad as it gets in what's been a dark day for Salvadorian football. Take shelter any way you can. Garcia. This time of year always seems to be raining in Los Angeles, in a city where it doesn't rain that much. Of course, last year the final, Colombia and Canada, was under heavy rain. You remember in the '98 edition, El Salvador lost 4-0 in heavy rain at the hands of Brazil. Well, we've started with 12 teams in the Gold Cup, and we're about to get down to 4 as we reach the business end. Semifinals will take place here in the Rose Bowl. They will be in 3 days' time. You know, in the first semifinal, it will be Republic of Korea versus Costa Rica, and Canada versus the United States in the second match. The winners there will advance on February the 2nd to play in the final. The losers will play in the third place match. Armas. He has been a warrior out there. Still play on. Beasley allows Lewis to come in the... It's going to be a corner kick. Clint Mathis been hanging back as a forward. Mazov seems to be the lone point man up there. Beasley as a substitute really looks extra dangerous when you have these teams puffing and puffing at this point. To bring a guy as quick and explosive as he is pure torture for opponents, and El Salvador experiencing it firsthand. Cerritos. Lewis. Maybe that's a role Beasley will fulfill in the World Cup. Lewis looking for Mathis, who's come up this time. Masonu. Mazov operating with a bit of a limp. May just be a cramp as he goes down. The United States cannot make any more substitutions, but if he is in pain, they can afford to play with 10 men here. Looks like a good situation for some slip and slide, as they tend to. Ante Razov, who has one of the United States' 4 goals, the lone goal in the second half. The other 3 goals, if you joined us late, all scored by Brian McBride within the first 21 minutes of half number 1. Razov maybe holding his left hip there. I've said it before, but those stretchers they have out here, I would not want to ride on one of those things. Not really built for comfort, are they? They just don't give. That ball having some difficulties traveling even a couple yards now. Rivera. Most of the fans, or a good portion of them, have already left with the win in tow and the conditions as they are. You know that feeling, you're looking alongside. You want to be a good supporter, but, you know, well, kind of cold. No excuse to leave, though. Gosh darn it. 85th minute. Look at that. Now that is what you want to see. Not to the bitter end. Even the kids staying in. Those are Salvadorian supporters. I salute them even more so. Beasley waiting for it on the right side. It's last touch by Umansor. And Razov still on that stretcher, and I guess the United States will play with 10 for the remainder. Keller working on a clean sheet. It would be his second of the tournament. Salvador just trying to get something positive out of this experience. It really put a dark cloud over what they achieved. Played Mexico tough, losing 1-0, and then beating Guatemala. Keller. There is Mathis. He eventually wins it. Pushes it wide. Dribbling now is a tall order. Beasley's ball cut up in the rain and the grass, the soot, the dirt. When your balls don't travel, if you're winning 4-0, it doesn't bother you half as much. The goal now is for both teams to get through this without any incident, without any injuries. Already Razov smarting from something. Hopefully he's okay and available for future matches. That's ambitious, just to travel 10 yards. Mastroeni. Armas. Mathis trailing behind. That shot well wide. And those jerseys becoming awfully heavy for both sides. Rodriguez. Osorio, recent of all 6 substitutions. Casey Keller for the last few minutes has been good old Nicky No-Mates in the back. Seen very little from El Salvador in the form of attacks. Kept in, nope. Haydick unable to do so. Throw in for El Salvador. So we hope we have a good turnout for the Canada-United States match. As I continue to throw eyes in words, I don't know what's going on. Something in the air, the rain, the cold. Rodriguez. Canada, the United States, never been a big rivalry in this region. The United States gets up for Mexico, obviously, much more. Those two far and away the powers. A chance for Canada to get a piece of the pie. Both nations developing good youth programs that have met in some big events. But now, the semifinals of the Gold Cup. They rarely meet in this competition. They have a chance now. on the other semifinal, Costa Rica, which had left it late against Haiti to advance, are going to take on a Korean side that have scored 1 goal in 3 matches. 1 goal, but they're through the semifinals. We'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time. Well, our producer says they've scored 5 goals, but of course 4 of them from the penalty kick shootout. Those don't count. Corrales. The United States have been the best offensive team now over 3 matches, as they have scored 7 goals. I see most of them coming here today as 1 minute about to expire. Bobby Jones, do they end with a bang? Santos Rivera lets it hit his chest. That's the safest place. Well, now we can applaud what the United States have done here today. Demolishing El Salvador 4-0. Advancing to the semifinals with their eyes on the prize. Republic of Korea, Costa Rica, Canada, and the USA, the final 4 teams. Mastroeni. Mathis. There's no cutting in this turf anymore. It's more like rounding. Over 2 minutes have been played. The final whistle should be coming soon. And Bruce Arena can celebrate with his players. There it is. 3 first-half goals from Brian McBride. A 4th from Ante Razov. But a tremendous, cohesive team effort from the United States that took El Salvador out early and never let them into it again. Bruce Arena has seen his team's best performance in the tournament and hopes that improvement will come from here. Disappointment from El Salvador, but they did get this far, which was quite an achievement. The final score from Pasadena, 4-0.